Very careful with the mutas. He's going to try and need to snipe out these tanks while the Marines are busy somewhere else. But Grace is just running around, causing all sorts of trouble around the map. He is getting some reinforcements down here, and he's going to need them because there are a whole heap of lings out on the map, as you can see now, and there are some banelings coming up as well. I don't think we've got speed just yet. No, it's not done just yet, but the +1 and the combat shields is also done, but it looks as if Grace is retreating. So he may have actually been going for a timing attack there, because as we can see, combat shields and weapons was just about to pop, but it looks as if he's realized that he's not really in a fantastic position to actually take that particular attack. So we've got banelings with speed are now moving out on the map. There is obviously a lot of creep everywhere to provide them with that little bit of an extra boost. The mutas are going to need to cause some trouble around the map, I think, but there is a turret and a couple of other turrets around here from Grace. He's doing a great job of protecting his base from the mutas once they arrive. And I'm thinking we're going to see some Thors shortly. Perhaps we'll see some Thors coming out. +1 vehicle weapons is on the way from Grace, and it looks as if, yeah, we've got... Killer's actually being really huge on his macro. He's being an absolute beast on his macro at the moment. He's got this third base up, and he's getting prepared to take the gold. I don't think he'll take it straight away, but he might want to just make sure he can be aware of where this attacking force is from Grace, and then he'll probably take out the this gold expansion and get that all rolling, because once he does get that going, it's going to be a lot of trouble for Killer to actually stop him. For Grace, sorry, to stop him if he can get that expansion up. Great split here from Grace. He's going to be able to use the split there of the Marines to try and make sure that they don't all die to banelings in one shot, but it looks as if some of the banelings do get through. The Marines go down. We do have a lot of the Marines going down, but still some of them survive. The tanks are shelling away at this expansion as well. He does lose the hatchery. Killer loses that one, and he's going to need some more banelings to try and take out these Marines here, because the Marines are just going all to town on these eggs here, and the Zergs, these lings are not going to get out, I don't think. Oh, they do pop out, but a couple of them do make it. We do have another attack here. Killer has actually spotted some tanks and Marines that were unprotected, so he is going to intercept those reinforcements before they can come to the battle and just bolster the forces from Grace. But one thing that we will note is that Grace is actually... He only has the one medevac. He's got 4 now, but he's got a couple on the way. But he's just sort of... These Marines are quite low, so he needs to be very careful. Obviously, there we go. We've got these other ones just healing up now. We're going to have another battle in the middle. The banelings are going to come in. He's going to try and split all of his forces. Some of the Marines do a great little split there. He still actually loses almost every single Marine, despite the fantastic split. I think it was just the fact that there were just so many banelings that he actually was able to stop them. These guys here in the bunker, interesting to see that the bunker does actually have that that armor upgrade there, I think. I'm not sure. No, it doesn't. My bad. But we do have the Mulalists coming out here, just causing some havoc, picking off some of the mules and the SCVs that were here at the expansion. Killer's probably going to want to look to try and take back his 3rd expansion, which, yes, he is indeed doing that now. He's, as you can see, his tactic just at the moment is to use these mutas, run them around the map, making sure that that Grace does not actually try and counterattack very quickly. Because, of course, Grace lost all of those Marines. He normally would not attack straight away, but it looks as if he might actually do something. He's got his reinforcements coming, and we do have all of these units down here. They are going to be coming out, and they're going to be pushing down towards Killer's base. I'm just closing off the stupid friends thing. I'm so sick of that thing. He's not actually going to attack. He's going to take out these destructible rocks while he knows that the Killer's going to try and re-macro up, but he will need to be careful because there's a lot more banelings coming out. Not to mention that we have a huge flock of Mulalists at the moment. There is a grand total of 16 mutas coming out here. That's actually getting close, very close to one of those magic numbers where you can fly them around and just destroy anything. But Grace is moving out here. He's got a few tanks out here to protect this expansion. You would probably expect a planetary fortress to go up straight away, and a few missile turrets as well. There it is, the planetary fortress, the Fortress of Doom, as it were, given that if SCVs are on it, it does not die. But as we can see, we have a whole heap of lings and a few banelings as well. Not as many as before, but there's certainly potential for some more if these lings morph across. And we're going to see these guys, they're just running around. They're not sure where they're going, but it looks as if the mutas are going to try and come in here and harass. Not a good idea. Let's check out these Marines. They're actually on +2 to weapons along with their stim, but it looks as if Killer's going to try and come in here and take out what he can of the infrastructure from Grace, but Grace has actually got a few turrets up here doing a nice job. They're obviously not going to kill all of these mutas in time, but it does give him some leftover potential time to come in and save them. But it looks as if Killer's going to come in here. He's going to clean up all of these Marines and the tanks, I think, because the tanks now have no protection from Mutalisks. But they do have a few leftover Marines that did survive that slaughter, as it were. But it looks as if he's going to be able to just hold this position. I think he might try and just move back now. He doesn't want to overcommit to this position because he does not have enough Marines to defend the tanks. But looks as if he is going to stay there. And Grace is going to stim up. I think he's just trying to waste some stim there. Waste some of Grace's stim with these mutas, just flying them around, pretending to run them in, but they're actually not going to do anything. There we go, he does pick off a couple of these tanks. That was, as I said before, that was not the greatest time to sort of sit there in that position. Now some Lings are going to try and come around and surround the Marines. The Marines do sort of get away. We get a couple of Banelings rolling in. They are rolling, and they are just going to get in onto those Marines, and the Marines do get cleaned up. We've got some more Banelings coming in across here. They have been... Oh wow, I think they were grouped up with some of these Lings or the mutas, and they just actually went around the wrong way here coming across that side, and Grace was easily able to clean them up. We have a whole heap of active creep trimmers just sitting here waiting for Killer to actually use them. So whilst at the start of the game he was doing a fantastic job with his creep trimmers, he's now sort of locked it down a bit, given that he is trying to use all of that huge 182 APM on making sure that his forces do not roll into any sort of trouble there. But it looks as if Grace is actually going to move down here. He's going to move across to this this third base again and try and take it out, which he definitely will be successful in doing. And it looks as if he split his Marines again. Quite, it's very artistic actually, the way that these guys, the way the game is evolving and you know, actually picking up these sorts of skills to split Marines. But the Marines come up here to save the tanks, and they do indeed save them. The stim going off there, and these mutas getting ripped apart there by those, what have they got? They got Gauss rifles or something like that. But we got Banelings coming in here. The Banelings get splashed down by the tanks, but the mutas are going to come in here to clean up the rest of the tanks. And let's just go back to have a quick look at what is going on in the bases there. We're going to lose this natural here from Killer soon, and also the main is obviously just about done as well. He does not have this third up and running just yet because it has been cleaned up again. And this this fourth over here is also in a really bad spot because there are no drones there, because he's had to spend a lot of his lava building up his forces to try and stop these pushes from Grace. And Grace is doing a great job keeping these mutas at bay, and the tanks are going to come in here and siege up, take position on this on the natural, and they're going to be able to siege up on that natural. But the Banelings coming in from behind. A GG from Killer though. Killer has had enough. He knows that he's just in a really bad spot there. As we can see, he was, as we said actually, that he was really behind on economy, and he was just having to spend so much on these very, very aggressive attacks by GracePros. So awesome game there from GracePros, just showing very aggressive tactics from a Terran, moving in, making sure that you're keeping Mutalisks at bay and just constantly streaming out Marines, as we can see here from these 7 racks that are here, and obviously with the upgrades all done as well. So great play from GracePros. Make sure you leave a comment if you like the game. If you want to see some other players, let me know, or send me your own replays if you want to. I'm certainly up for casting some viewer replays if you guys want to send them through. But thank you very much for watching, guys. Cheers.